No More Heroes is probably the weirdest, stupidest, and most janky game series I have ever played, but it's also the most hyped one, and I love it. In No More Heroes, you play as Travis Touchdown, an otaku weeaboo loser who won a beam katana in an online auction. One night he meets a woman named Sylvia Christel, and she convinces him to accept a job to kill a guy named Helter Skelter. After doing this, he is named as the number 11th ranked assassin, and now that Travis is in this, other assassins will be after his head. Initially, Travis understandably isn't too enthusiastic about this, but after hearing he can get whatever he wants if he becomes number 1, he becomes motivated to become the number 1 ranked assassin. So what does he want? Look, Travis isn't really your normal video game protagonist.
Okay, how about this? If I become number 1, will you do it with me?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Come on, just once.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love women. Unfortunately, women do not like me, so I would do a lot of questionable stuff to get the affection of an attractive girl, but I wouldn't kill anybody for a woman. I guess French girls really do just hit different. You may be asking yourself, who created this game? This is Goichi Suda, better known as Suda51.
Hey.
And he is my dad. Not really, I just like making that joke, and I'm not gonna stop until either he or someone else from Grasshopper Manufacturer tells me to stop. Anyways, the gameplay of No More Heroes is pretty fun. You hack and slash to your enemies using the Wiimote. Thankfully, you're mostly pressing the buttons and only using the motion controls to finish off your enemies. Oh, this game came out on the Wii in 2007. Probably should have started with that, but whatever. It's my video essay, and I'll structure it how I want to. In addition, there are some wrestling moves, and to charge your beam katana's battery, you shake the Wiimote horizontally, but Travis does it vertically in the game, making it look like something else. Anyways, after cutting through a bunch of goons that say the same lines over and over again, seriously, you're gonna hear so many times, it's never gonna leave your brain. You finally fight the boss. The bosses are the main selling point of this series. All of them have their own cool personalities, and it's really fun to just fight and defeat them, and climb the ranks, getting closer and closer to number 1. Though the gameplay of No More Heroes is fun, there is some unfortunate padding, at least in the first game. Between fights, you have to raise money to fund these fights. I believe the reason is that it costs a lot of money to clean up all the blood and guts after these fights are done, which is pretty funny. So you have to ride your motorcycle through this open world, which, I gotta be honest, doesn't look or run that well. Like, not to compare games, but No More Heroes open world looks worse than GTA San Andreas, and that game came out 3 years before this game. I guess the sizes of the development teams were vastly different, but the open world isn't the main draw of this game, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, you drive around Center Destroy doing odd jobs to fund the next match. And the jobs in No More Heroes vary. Some jobs are alright, while some are just bad and super annoying. In addition, you can just do some side missions where you kill goons over and over again to raise money that way. There's also a gym that you can raise your health and strength in. And I don't know if in future releases of the game they changed it, but I remember I almost gave myself carpal tunnel syndrome, button mashing and waving the Wiimote and nunchuck so much so I could get Travis stronger. You can also go to Dr. Naomi to upgrade your beam katana. The music in the No More Heroes games is also some of the best I've heard too, just banger after banger. Seriously, even the song that plays when you order sushi in the third game goes way too hard. But yeah, as mentioned before, the main thing of No More Heroes is its fun and entertaining boss fights. Every boss just oozes personality, and all their boss themes are really good too. All bosses have their own type of gimmicks, and for the most part they are fine, though some do suck, such as Bad Girl having an insta-kill move that I found super annoying, because throughout the fight, Bad Girl will just cry, and that's the perfect time to punish her. But sometimes she will kill you instantly, because sometimes she's still holding the bat, so you have to look at her hands before attacking. But you can barely tell the difference because this game is in like 480p, and the Wii was basically a potato in terms of power. I also remember Destroy Man being pretty annoying. Also, while not hard, the secret boss fight, which really isn't a secret, I mean the game asks you if you want the secret ending, I don't know why you would say no to that. Anyways, the secret boss fight is also kind of annoying, not because it's actually hard, it's just that you actually have to hit your long lost brother Henry cooldown over 200 times. Also, while looking into this, just in case I might have been misremembering, I see that it's even worse on a higher difficulty. This man simply had way too much health. But yeah, you become the rank 1 assassin, you defeat Henry, and you get to do the thing with Sylvia, who's actually Henry's wife, which sounds messy, but the actual situation is actually even way messier. I guess there's really no point in keeping quiet about spoilers for a game that's over a decade old, but I'm gonna keep spoilers pretty light anyways. But yeah, Travis wins and gets the girl, and that's really it. It's 2010 and Travis' touchdown is back and better than ever in No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle. After reaching rank 1, Travis goes into hiding for 3 years, but comes back to Santa Destroy after his best friend Bishop gets killed by the brother of Helter Skelter. He kills them, and then Sylvia shows up with a new design and that body bang and it swang and yeah! Man, I'm so cringe. Anyways, after killing Skelter Helter, Travis is now the 51st ranked assassin. Again, initially he doesn't really want to do it, and there's even more of a reason not to do it this time, because he already achieved his goal. But Sylvia is very convincing and Travis is, well, Travis.
Did you know I am a yoga master?
You don't say.
Are you familiar with any yoga positions?
Like, downward dog?
The dog can do all sorts of things. So can the cobra, the rabbit.
Cobra? Rabbit? Like, together? Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah!
So Travis is on his way again to become the rank 1 assassin. No More Heroes 2 changed some things from the previous game. There is no more open world. Instead, it is a hub-like world with icons that you just fast travel to. The jobs have also been adjusted to not be as bad as they were, but they are still just a tad boring in my opinion. And there are more beam katanas than in the first game, and they all control a little bit differently from each other. Also now there are bigger enemy goons who are kind of annoying. You also play a couple of missions as Shinobu, the one assassin that Travis didn't kill in No More Heroes 1. And you play a mission as Henry Cooldown 2, which is kind of cool. So I will be honest, I don't have too much to say about No More Heroes 2. Apparently a fair amount of the fans didn't like 2, but I don't really have any strong complaints about it. The only thing I can really say is that maybe it's in my head, but I could have sworn that in the first game you could dodge cancel your attacks, and in the second game you couldn't. Like maybe I was just imagining that, but I could have sworn that in the first game I would press the attack button 3 times, but on the second hit I noticed an enemy was about to land an attack, so I pressed the dodge button and got out of the way. But in 2 I was locked into attacking 3 times. Also, while there were 15 bosses instead of 10, I remember the boss fights, but not the bosses' names. Like besides Chloe, Margaret, Alice, and Kimmy, I'm kinda drawn to a blank on most of all the other bosses' names. Also, the final boss fight was really annoying. But yeah, I enjoyed my time with No More Heroes 2. I don't think it was a bad sequel. It did some things better than the original, and did some things worse. But overall, it was still a fun time. And Travis strikes again, No More Heroes. Travis touchdown is back, and I actually didn't play this one. In No More Heroes 3, Travis touchdown is back and better than ever. It's been 7 years since the events of No More Heroes 2. Aliens have just invaded Earth. Travis and Sylvia are married now and have kids. Bad Girl is... Wait, how is Bad Girl alive? Also, why is Dr. Naomi a tree now? Also, why can a cat talk now? And why is it a guy? I thought it was established we had a girl cat. Also, Henry is back but is no longer Irish? Man, maybe I should have played TSA. Anyways, Travis walks out of his apartment and sees aliens are invading and he's not gonna let them take over the world. Because his game series is goofy, Sylvia is already working with the aliens to set up a tournament to see not who's just the #1 ranked assassin on Earth, but who's the #1 ranked assassin in the universe. The main antagonist is Prince Fu, who is...
I'm a goddamn superhero.
So you go through the game killing aliens and some not aliens. The game really keeps you on your toes. You never really know if the alien they are hyping up will actually be the enemy you're fighting, or at the last minute someone else will show up. Again, there are gameplay improvements and previous complaints have been heard. Jobs are back, but they are even less annoying. Making Travis stronger and getting more health is easier, and you don't have to button mash like crazy. And the open world is back and... I mean, it looks better, but it still kinda leaves some things to be desired. But again, the open world doesn't really matter. You're here for the fights and the bosses, and No More Heroes 3 does that great. There are more enemies that all attack differently. The boss fights are even crazier and have even more variety than the previous games. No More Heroes 3, like the previous games, is just such a fun, stupid time. I only played 3 games in 2021. And even though No More Heroes 3 was the shortest game out of the 3, it was my game of the year for 2021. It was just such an awesome and enjoyable time. At the time of this video, No More Heroes 3 might be the last No More Heroes game. The game did leave room for a 4th game, but I'm not sure if that will ever happen. I don't know how well the game sold, but seeing how I was able to go into No More Heroes 3 completely blind, and I practically didn't see anyone really talking about it leading up to its release, I guess it didn't sell amazingly. No More Heroes 3 and all the other games did get ported to Steam and the other platforms though, so that's something. But I did hear something weird, like they're not good ports. But does that mean the best versions of the No More Heroes series are on the weakest platform? How does that happen? Is that even possible? Anyways, I'm kinda rambling now, but I really hope No More Heroes 3 is not the last game in the series. This game series is just the definition of hype, and just somehow it has everything I could ask for in a game series. Even though I have never met him, it's like Suda51 just knows exactly what I want. No More Heroes has been a crazy experience, and I'm just not really ready to get off this crazy ride. Anyways, I've been Crazy Blood Monkey. Hopefully this video wasn't too bad. I'm kind of fresh when it comes to doing video essays. Anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you really enjoyed what you saw. Also, this is the first video I'm recording on a new microphone. Can you guys even tell the difference that I went from using a USB microphone to an XLR one? Okay, anyways, bye.